What's up, guys? This is a 2024 Chevy Corvette Z06 Convertible, and it's one of the most underrated cars on the market. Today, we're gonna do a walk around of the car, go over its options. We are not gonna take it out for a spin, however, because this thing has less than 700 miles. But stay tuned.
This 2024 Chevy Corvette Z06 Convertible is the 2LZ package, so it's the middle of the road when it comes to trim packages. This example does have a clean Carfax and auto check, and it is a one-owner vehicle. It has just a hair under 700 miles, which is why we're not taking it out for a drive today. This particular car is stickered at an MSRP of $138,500, and it has a couple of cool options such as the ground effects, which are carbon fiber, but they're painted carbon flash. It has the front lift, which we'll show here in a little bit, the competition sport bucket seats, those exhaust tips right there in black, and the dark stealth cross flags, as you can see right there. The C8 Z06 is such a cool car. It is so much car for the money. It's going to be a theme throughout this entire video. The star of the show is, of course, the hand-built LT6, which is the flat plane crank V8, which sounds like a Ferrari. It's amazing. The Z06 is also a little wider than your standard Stingray, just about 3.6 inches wider, so it gives you that little bit more of an aggressive stance. It is finished in Arctic white with these gray spider design wheels, and I think the contrast makes it look really, really nice. Such an aggressive looking car. Here's a little close-up shot of that painted carbon flash, the carbon fiber trim there. Actually looks really cool as it sparkles there in the sunlight. It is such a cool car, but of course, we gotta hear that exhaust note, so let's get right into that. I just can't get over how good that car sounds. That V8 is the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 ever put into production car with 670 horsepower, and it sounds amazing. But here we're going to take a look at how fast the top goes down and back up again, so you can totally do this at a stoplight if you want to put the wind through your hair. Let's check it out. And here's what the car looks like with the convertible hardtop up. What I love about what Corvette has done is, for this convertible series, is you have the hardtop convertible. So the car looks phenomenal with the top down or up. Me being a coupe guy, obviously the convertible wouldn't be that bad in the garage. Yeah, you lose the view of the motor in the background, but that's all right. It's still cool. Moving into the interior, you got the door handles, which are kind of hidden underneath that little vent there. But you get the Bose surround sound system in here, which sounds great. Bose has been in Chevy and Corvettes for a long time, but sounds amazing in here. And these are one of my favorite options, are these carbon fiber competition bucket seats. They kind of have like this race text kind of material on them, so they're not full leather. It's pretty sweet. They're both heated and cooled as well. Taking a look at the full digital dash, you can see on the bottom left there, 696 miles, so less than 700 miles. Hello. Here's a touchscreen, infotainment system. You have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that kind of good stuff. And the screen's actually pretty responsive, which is nice. Center stack here with all your AC controls, heated ventilated seats, all that kind of stuff. A couple of cup holders, and your little storage thing here with your USB plugins. Moving over to the passenger side, again, quick shot of the door card, Bose surround sound in here. The passenger seat, again, carbon bucket. You feel kind of secluded from the driver with that big old AC control wall, but plenty of leg room. You got your own 2 vents there. Still pretty cool. Here's a quick look of the speed of the front lift, going up and then down. The Corvette does have 2 trunks, one in the front and the rear. Here's a quick look at the front trunk, little license plate holder and stuff like that. But you can actually put a good amount of stuff there. It's pretty cool. The Corvette does have 2 trunks. This is the trunk that's in the back. It's actually a pretty good size there, so you could fit a full set of golf clubs. It's kind of what they advertise for all you golfers out there, but plenty of storage in the Corvette. It's pretty deep back here too, just kind of showing you how deep it is. And it does have soft close, which is pretty nice.
Okay guys, here is the 2024 Chevy Corvette Z06. Here's a look at the key. Got the Corvette logo on the back. The key is actually pretty cool. Since we're not taking it out for a drive, I'll just kind of walk you through some of these options. The key is pretty cool. Obviously you have your lock, unlock, but you also have remote start. And since it's a convertible, you could push unlock, and then there's a top switch on here, and it'll actually do the top before you even get in the car, which is super cool. You just kind of hold the button and the top goes down. So when you walk up to your car, you don't even have to do that. It's already done, which is pretty sick. Keyless entry, of course. And let's take a look inside the Z06. So when you get in after a remote start, you just got to push the start button and you are locked in. But here we are inside the Corvette Z06. Obviously with the convertible, it's nice. You have a lot of headroom and visibility and everything like that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a heads-up display on these. Every supercar should have heads-up display. I don't know why other manufacturers don't have it. It's such a simple and nice piece of convenience. The 2024 Z06 has had the same interior for all these C8s. The new interior is coming out on the new 2026s, I believe, is what they're coming out with all the new stuff. So this is all changing. You're getting an extra screen here, but this one overall, it feels very like you're in a fighter pilot cockpit. You know, you got like everything's kind of towards me. Like the passenger, really don't get much, but I think that's how Corvette has been for the past few years. On the steering wheel, it's the Squircle. Oh, we have a plane going. So you get like more of the square circle, the Squircle kind of steering wheel. It's very interesting, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's, you know, you can still grab everywhere and it doesn't feel weird even when you're turning, all that kind of stuff, which is kind of nice. You get your little Z06 badge there. You have a couple different buttons, heated steering wheel, all your talk controls for your phone, things like that. This is how you navigate. This screen, I believe, actually no, it is this screen right here on the side. And then, so you have all that right there, which is kind of cool. And then you have your Z mode. So you can kind of change this to however you want your mode selector to be, right? So I just turned it to sport, a little bit louder. And you can adjust these things, how tight the steering wheel is, how loud the exhaust is, shifting, all that kind of stuff, right? So you have, like if I put in Z mode, it goes Z, and then you can kind of adjust however you want, right? So if you want to make things a little bit more extreme or less extreme, whatever may be, confirm your changes and go from there. This one does have the front lift option, which is super necessary. And this car will actually save your, whenever you're using your lift. So it'll give you the option, hey, I'm coming home from work, I'm coming home or whatever, or going into work, you can save it. So if you have a steep incline, it'll automatically do it the next time you arrive there. So you don't have to keep remembering to push the front lift, which is pretty sick. What else about the Z06? So over here you have your drive selector mode, so you can rotate this little thing right here where it says mode, which is kind of cool. And then these are your obviously where you do your gear selecting. So I wish they had it like where you could just pull the paddle like a Lamborghini, but it's not quite there yet. You pull drive, you're in drive, neutral. Reverse is very like Lamborghini and Urus like, and then park, obviously. So there you go there. So you also have what I think is one of the coolest options on these Corvettes is, let's turn this so the exhaust is a little quieter. So you have this front camera mode, and you can actually see the front bumper or the front splitter, so you don't hit those curbs, front left, front right. You can even zoom in so you can have all like what's going on in the front of me. You have obviously a reverse camera and like a closer zoomed in version of the reverse camera. So tons of different cameras, which is pretty cool. All your infotainment has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and all that stuff, which is pretty neat. As far as the seats go, these are like the race competition seats, but they still have heat and cooling function. Unlike some other manufacturers, when they have their carbon seats, they don't have those, or at least I know the cooling option anymore. This is how you change your air conditioning, cool it down, and it's a little bit weird, something to get used to. But overall, the Z06 is a very nice place to be. It's a really cool car. I really like these things. They're great to drive. Obviously, with only having 696 miles, this car is pretty much brand new, so we're not going to drive it today. It is a customer's car that we're selling for them on consignment. So like I said, I'm not going to go and put this thing over the 700 mile mark. That's for you to do when you come and buy this for me. But anyway, overall, Z06 2024, it's a really cool car. Bose sound system, the whole nine. I mean, so much car for the money, guys. I don't think you quite understand. Like, these things are just so crazy. So much performance for less than $150,000. You'll be beating those Lamborghinis and those Ferraris and those McLarens on the road with this. And you get some reliability. So there's that. But anyway, let's finish this video off. Let's go. With the supercar performance that comes out of the Z06, it is so much car for the money. And this one's available now at OBZU.